What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another week of Wrestling Report. This week we are doing a very quick overview of Raw and then jumping right into Wrestlemania predictions as it is Wrestlemania week. Of course, my name is Jake Hughes alongside my father, Kevin Hughes.
Hey there.
So let's just jump right into it today.
First off, let's apologize for not being here last week.
Yeah,
because somebody had four teeth pulled, and it was quite nice. They couldn't talk for a week.
It wasn't him, unfortunately. Yeah, so last week we had all sorts of technical issues and talking issues, so we just skipped last week.
Technical issues.
Mouth not working is a technical issue.
There you go. Okay, so let's jump into Raw and just make a quick overview of what we liked, what we didn't like. How's that?
All right, I like that. First thing right off the bat that we have to talk about is they actually interrupted the intro with Undertaker.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
You weren't even paying attention at first.
I wasn't paying attention at first, and then they kind of made that noise, and I was like, what? They never do that. So yeah, that was kind of cool. It's just one of those matches, again, that have been thrown together way too quick, in my opinion.
I don't think it's been that quick. If you look back at the Royal Rumble, they started the build there. They just didn't build on anything because Raw has too many pay-per-views. We covered that 2 weeks ago when they're...
we won't go there again.
Anything that comes up to your mind that could deserves no mention?
The women's entered the beginning with the women's title promo. Thank you, that's the word, promo. I thought that was awesome, and then the match was just as good.
Yeah, they have a very big potential to actually, I think, steal WrestleMania from a lot of the other bigger matches.
Yeah, both of you. Again, we're going to agree. We told people we never agreed, but we said it during that match, and I'm going to stick with it. I really, really think that could be the sleeper match. And not really a sleeper match. I just think it's going to be one of the best matches that on the card.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
And then we can fast forward through everything else, because a lot of Raw was kind of weird tonight.
Just boring filler matches.
Can I make a point of what was the whole Big Show thing? That was just dumb.
Supposed to build it up. It's like we're supposed to care about the Andre the Giant battle in Memorial.
You know what, Andre the Giant was one of my favorite wrestlers from way back when. He knew my dad, so but I don't know. I think they should move that from WrestleMania and put it somewhere else, because nobody really cares. Yeah,
it's hey, you have nothing else to do? Let's toss you in a Battle Royal match.
Yeah.
For a statue that you don't do much with. Like Baron Corbin came in with it. Does anyone remember that?
No.
Last year, Baron Corbin came out, because I remember calling the match exactly. I remember him coming out being like, Baron Corbin's going to win this, and everyone was like, yeah, okay, Jake, and then he won it, and I'm pretty sure I pointed at everyone was like, ha, told you.
By everyone, he means me.
Yeah, basically. Blah, 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 blah. Lots of old Undertaker sort of things throughout the day, or throughout the night. Like the old Undertaker clip-aways. I was expecting a little bit more out of the whole Undertaker-Roman Reigns thing. I feel like I really hope they don't let Roman win.
Again, huge Undertaker fan. Does he got a match left in him?
I think he does. I think he wouldn't come back if he didn't have another match. That's the big thing, right?
Yeah.
He comes back once a year. He's should be ready for it.
I guess the question is, can Roman give him the match that he needs to have? Because this should be his last WrestleMania.
Which means he's going to lose to Roman? I just can't see it. I can't see it.
Yeah.
There's got to be something else to this. Seth Rollins, Triple H. Thought it was really good.
Oh, yeah.
Probably one of the best angles they've got going on Raw right now.
Yeah, because it's been building up and building up and building up, and they really did it properly leading into WrestleMania. Probably the only storyline, as I've said in the past, that they've actually had legs under it for any length of time. And it has a potential of being, again, one of the best matches.
Yeah, there's a lot of matches this year in the
That could be the best matches, yeah.
Anything else that you can think of? I guess Brock Lesnar and Snoresburg?
Snores. Again, Heyman on the mic. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Bow down. The band's amazing. But it's one of those matches, you've got a part-timer holding the title, and you got another part-timer going after the title.
So far, another part-timer.
Yeah.
The rumors have it Lesnar does want to come back more full-time, and McMahon doesn't want him to because of the price tag he does pay on TV appearances. But
if McMahon doesn't want it, it won't happen.
uh,
I just think there's no money in the bank, so nobody can steal it. So I don't know where they're going. Maybe on Monday.
Goldberg comes out and like if Goldberg, God forbid, wins, comes out and relinquishes the title, and that's how
He retires as a champion.
I don't know. It's all messed up.
Yeah. Anyway, other than that, there wasn't a whole lot.
I mean, even the Owens-Zayn match was
Well, the
all right.
Owens-Zayn match was really good. You were wrong, by the way. I have to let everybody know because I love it when he's wrong because he always brags when he's right. He had said Zayn was going to lose and then he would be fired, but he would still be in the Royal Rumble match, but as a SmackDown person. But that didn't happen. It was a good match.
It was an alright match. Nothing.
It was good. I liked it.
I didn't like the ending. I think they're trying to keep Kevin Owens too strong.
Yeah.
But we digress. Let's just jump right into WrestleMania predictions.
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania 33 is Sunday, starting at whatever time it starts at.
Midnight our time the night before.
Basically.
Pre-drinking.
We're just going to... Do you have any predictions, any surprises that you think might happen with the Memorial Battle Royal?
Ooh. How about...
Don't you steal my goddamn idea, you
Okay.
thief.
Which idea? And you guys have to know, Jake throws out idea after idea after idea after idea, hoping one will stick. So when one does happen, he could actually say, "Oh, I had that idea." So now is their time.
My idea, there's multiple ideas.
Multiple ideas. See?
Kurt Angle comes out for the match.
Yeah, that could work.
It's a good...
Does he win?
I don't think so, no.
He just comes out and gets beat up and gets thrown out.
Touching the mic.
Wow, he's kind of grabby.
It's a good spot for a Hall of Famer to come out, take a bump over the rope. Doesn't have to do much, you know what I mean? It's something nice to be like, yeah, you're still here. Cause I don't.
But isn't Kurt Angle coming back for a full run?
Do you think they would have started that by now?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Nothing you can think of?
In that one, no. I'm just hoping that it's over quick.
Yeah. Winners could be anyone, really.
Yeah, exactly. Next.
Raw Tag Team Championship triple threat match. We have Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson versus Enzo Amore and Big Cass versus Cesaro and Sheamus.
Well, obviously, after tonight with the ladders, I'm predicting a ladder match gets put into there somehow. I don't know how they would do it.
It's too late now.
They could just announce it at WrestleMania. It would be really cool if it was.
Why not build up to that, though?
They could take some freaking awesome fucking bums.
Yeah, I know, and I mean, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see Enzo and I mean, even Cesaro take some crazy, stupid bumps.
I'd like to see the bald-headed fucks fall. I mean, did I say that out loud?
Yes. Who do you think's going to win that match?
Unfortunately, they have to give it to the club because they're the only ones that really need the titles to get over.
Yeah, that's fair. I'd love to see Enzo and Big Cass win it, but I think for their storyline to continue, they have to lose at the result of Enzo doing something stupid. So they can continue the path of pushing Cass into a number one, like a title contender.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
So who are you picking to win that one?
See, the problem is we have to agree.
Yeah, we don't have to agree.
No, because Cesaro's going to SmackDown, in my opinion, which means Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson have to win the match.
So say it. So Dad's right.
No, you're not right.
Say Dad's right.
You have the only
Dad's
possible
right.
solution.
Dad's right.
Moving on. Cruiserweight Championship.
Who cares? I mean, sorry.
This one actually should be a good match.
It should be a good match.
Austin Aries versus...
We always bash the cruiserweights in 205, but I think they have to give it to Aries just because they've been building him up so big that I think it would be kind of silly now not to give it to him.
I don't know. I just can't see... I can't see the reason to take it off of Neville right now. Aries is over. More over than they could have ever imagined him. And he's a face. That's the big thing, is what a lot of people don't realize. He's normally a heel.
Yeah. I still think I'm going to stick with my Aries. Okay. And you're taking?
I'm taking Neville.
Okay, see, I'm making him say it because if he doesn't.
I think that we have audio that plays back. We can go back and listen and be like, hey, this is what I chose.
There you go.
Moving on, SmackDown Women's Championship match. It is the champion Alexa Bliss to defend against all female SmackDown Live superstars who are available to compete.
Now, I'll be honest, I haven't been watching a lot of SmackDown, but you had pointed out that the way they've been, the verbiage in that.
The way I read it is very important.
Yeah, so I like your idea, and I'm going to let you take the lead on that.
Yeah, I think Asuka has been begging for a call-up for, I think, a year. I thought last year she was going to get called up when Bayley ended up getting called up. So I think, personally, she's going to lose her title, finally, the NXT title, the night before. And then it's going to be one of those, right as the match is about to start, her music hits, or Daniel Bryan's music will hit, and it'll be like, before we start the match, we have one more entrant, and Asuka will come out. And I think she'll actually win the match. For two reasons. One, she's a phenomenal face, because she doesn't have to talk. Two, she's not the greatest at talking. The championship gives her that instant viability that she doesn't have to come out and cut an amazing promo like Alexa Bliss does. Even Becky Lynch has gotten to that point where and Mickie James, like, all these promos are so on point on SmackDown that Asuka is 3 or 4 steps behind, but you give her that championship, you give her that validity, you don't need her to come out and cut an epic promo.
But I think they might just go with James because she deserves it, and no other reason, because I'm an old fart and I remember her run, so why not give it to her, even if it's just a short-term intermediate run.
Yeah.
I mean, you can give it to her and let her be champion till the next pay-per-view, and then have Asuka take it from her then.
Yeah.
So, we disagree again.
Yet again. Intercontinental Championship match would be the next one we're going to go through, and that's Dean Ambrose versus Baron Corbin.
If they don't give fucking Corbin a push here and really let him run with the Intercontinental title for at least 6 months, I'm going to be pissed. The man is a genius on the mic. The man is an amazing storyteller in the ring. They need to let him do it.
I agree. However, I don't think this is his time. I don't think
not his time.
I don't think so. You got to think about it. The Intercontinental Championship is now a mean-nothing title. It's not like back when Cena grabbed it or when Owens had it, the U.S. title, where they tried to bring something to it. It's a throwaway thing on SmackDown right now.
What happened to the U.S. title?
Precisely. It's a mean-nothing title. For me, I think you have him lose against, like, you have Dean Ambrose win, retain the championship, and Baron Corbin go on a warpath for the next 2 to 3 weeks and
win it at the next pay-per-view?
No, I think Baron Corbin wins the Money in the Bank pay-per-view in June because it's already been confirmed that's a SmackDown event that Baron Corbin wins that, and that's his call-up to Raw. He'll come and cash in his championship opportunity on Raw.
On Raw. I'm still going to say they give it to Corbin now.
That's fair. One of the most built-up matches and one of the ones I'm most excited for is the word I'm looking for. Seth Rollins versus Triple H in a non-sanctioned match, which I have called, as the old man can attest to, for 4 weeks now, ever since they said his injury wouldn't be
probably
healed.
longer than that, yeah.
Yeah. Now, what is a non-sanctioned match? Does that mean it's going to be street rules? Is there going to be no referee? Is it first to stand up to a 10 count? They could go so many different ways with this match with a non-sanctioned rules. I'm looking at you because this is more of an old school style.
It's still it's basically a no DQ match, still pinfalls count, or submissions. I think, just because it's frickin' Triple H, and you can't let Triple H lose at a WrestleMania. I think do I want him to win? No. Of course I want Seth fucking Rollins. I wish we could get out of the PG area and they could just call him Seth fucking Rollins, because I think that sounds better than Seth frickin' Rollins. Anyway, I would love to see Seth win. History tells me Triple H is going to win.
I tend to disagree, because this will shoot Seth Rollins into even more superstardom than he already is. Because, I mean, after his earlier this year with his title bout against Kevin Owens, it was kind of a terrible feud. They just didn't have the chemistry.
Yeah.
Kind of knocked him down a peg. I think beating Triple H would shoot him back up into that instant next number one contender, and could, in my opinion, when Brock Lesnar wins the championship, he could beat Brock Lesnar.
True
and
enough.
Shoot him up even that much higher.
I'm not going to disagree because I'd love to see that happen. I think I'm going to pick Triple H on this one just because he's booking and he's got an ego.
The United States Championship match: Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho.
Oh, right, that's who
Chris
has
Jericho
it.
has it, right?
Chris Jericho has it in the United States.
Yes.
Yes, good old Chris Fat Jericho. And not fat with a PH, but fat with an F. Jake actually made a comment to me, a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, and he looked at me, he goes, now I see what you mean when you used to say, God, I remember when Ric Flair could wrestle. And Jake looked at me and said the same thing about Jericho. He's past his prime. I'm hoping this is going to be his last little bit of a run and he decides to hang him up. I think he's done, personally. I don't think he's having as much fun as he did 10 years ago, but obviously because he's 10 years older. So, Jericho loses, Owens wins, obviously.
But why give Owens the belt? That's the problem I have with this match. To have Owens win makes the most sense booking-wise. To have him win a championship that is not the Universal Championship that he just held for almost 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, I don't know how long he held it for, makes no sense for him to instantly just drop down to that mean-nothing title.
Well, I mean, you could have Owens lose and then challenge. He hasn't had his rematch yet, has he? No, he hasn't had his instant rematch, so you could always have him lose and Monday on Raw have his rematch, or even at WrestleMania they could do it. Who knows? I'm saying Owen wins.
I'm going with Chris on that one. One of my most look forward to matches, the Raw Women's Championship Fatal 4-Way Elimination Match. Big thing here is they added the elimination match part tonight. We have Bayley, Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks, and Nia Jax. Who do you got?
You said Charlotte Flair. It's Charlotte Flair.
I said Bayley, Charlotte, Sasha, and Nia Jax.
Oh, I thought you said Charlotte Flair.
I don't think so.
Okay, I bet you if you play that back.
Probably.
Anyway, I think, God, I hope I'm right. Bayley buddies win it. I'm hoping.
I'd love to see it, but a big thing they're missing on Raw after Brooke's turn is heels. Sasha's going to turn on Bayley.
Oh yeah.
And I think Sasha's going to be thrusted into the top heel with the belt.
Well, you know what? That would work. I'm going to stick with my Bayley because I adore her and I think she should be champion forever. But if Sasha does win, Bayley could have an instant rematch on Monday, Monday Night Raw, the day after WrestleMania.
As long as they don't do silly back and forth, win the championship every other day, so every other week sort of thing.
No, you're thinking the WCW, they did that.
No, that was Charlotte Flair versus Sasha Banks.
True
6
enough.
months ago.
True enough. I think Bayley. I think let Bayley run with it. She's doing good. She's getting better on the mic, and I think they need to get her away from being the starstruck fan wrestler to being a serious threat.
Yeah, makes sense. I think Nia Jax should have a good showing in that one. I think she'll eliminate Charlotte, which sets up a Nia Jax versus Charlotte match down the line.
Yeah, I think right now there's not enough women on Raw or SmackDown. If you look at SmackDown, I think I only saw, again, I don't watch SmackDown all the time because I do have a life and I can't watch wrestling 5 days a week.
You're lost.
I think there's only 4 or 5 active wrestlers on SmackDown, so I think if they move them all to Raw or all to SmackDown, it would do better for the women's division.
We'll trade the cruiserweights for all the women.
Cruiserweights to SmackDown, women
to Raw.
To my couch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's weird. Moving on. SmackDown Live Commissioner versus the Phenomenal One. Shane McMahon versus AJ
Why? Bump.
I think it's...
This going to be a bump city bump?
I think it's actually going to be a decent match. Big thing is you're not going to get the high-flying, the very technically sound matches. I think it's going to be a really good fight.
I want to know what AJ did to have to eat so much shit. Seriously, AJ fucking Styles is fighting Shane McMahon. That's just the same as freaking last WrestleMania when they did it to the Undertaker. I don't know what it is. I mean, it's not that I don't like Shane. I like Shane.
His last name's McMahon.
Yeah, I know, but still, it's enough already, I guess, is what my point. They did it last year. I don't know why he's interjecting this year.
I mean, if you watch SmackDown, the storyline has really made sense. They've done really well with
I'm not saying the storyline, they haven't done well with the storyline. He's not a wrestler.
That's fair.
He's a circus act.
Yeah, I think we're both on the same page here. AJ
has to win. If AJ doesn't win that, there's just some issues.
See, there's lots of rumors on the dirt sheets that AJ Styles is going to Raw. So does Shane win?
And then AJ says, "Fuck this,
fuck you, I quit."
Yeah,
and it shows up on Raw the next Monday.
True.
Which I just realized would bring the club back together, and elevates them with the championships.
True enough.
Probably one of the best nonchalant feuds that have been going on SmackDown. I mean, nonchalant, it's been one of the best build-ups, is the way I'm trying to build it.
Nonchalant.
The Miz and Maurice versus John Cena and Nikki Bella.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of, I mean, again, I don't watch SmackDown all the time, but I did see a little bits, pieces of that. Actually, I think I watched it on YouTube. The actual big one there.
The first one, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I think that should be a really good match. I mean, I think both of them could put on, again, could be the sleeper match of the card and steal the show. They both love to steal the show.
Who do you think's got that one?
I can't see Cena losing.
Miz has to win this match.
Miz doesn't have to win.
Miz has to win this match.
Oh, you're crazy.
Cena has become, and schedule show, he is a part-timer now. After WrestleMania, but by Cena.
You think so? You think he's going to go do another
Dirt
movie?
sheets have been claiming for a couple weeks now. He's on a very limited schedule because he's got other commitments to CBC and NBC and blowing Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
I'm sorry, but this has ruined wrestling. It really has. And, I mean, again, I'm old school. All these part-timers, you've got Cena, you've got Brock, you've got Lesnar, you've got Goldberg, Triple H. At one time, Jericho was a part-timer. He comes and goes so often.
But to give
either you're going to wrestle or you're not. There's enough young talent in NXT that can come up. Who's the champion now?
Bobby Roode.
Bobby Roode. I mean, bring that kid up. He's amazing. You can name.
No. He is glorious.
Glorious. Hey, I did it right that time.
You did it right that time.
Yeah, it was out of tune. Shut up. But you could probably name 10 people on NXT that could easily come up and fill any roster spot, yet you got all these part-timers. It drives me nuts. But anyway, I digress.
So you're going with John Cena on this one still?
Yeah.
Okay. More part-timers. Undertaker versus Roman Reigns.
Again, it's one of those matches I just don't understand why they're doing it and what Undertaker did to McMahon to piss him off, or is it just they had to find a match for him?
To be fair, this is a match that they wanted next year. This, from all the back rumor sheets are saying, is that this year was supposed to be Taker versus John Cena, but because Taker had hip surgery, they didn't know if they could get this match off because it's supposed to boost Roman to be the guy, force us more Roman Reigns throat.
I would like to see Roman turn heel.
They had hints of that tonight. Little bits and bits. I'm going to take Roman. You disgust me and I hate you. I do have to take Roman as well. If my brain...
Oh, hold on.
I hate you and you disgust me, but I agree with what you're saying.
Is he allowed to say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're moving on because it disgusts me that Taker's last match is going to be a loss for...
Did he won last year, didn't he?
Who?
Taker.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. Of course he did. Yeah.
Yay, Snoresburg versus Brock Lesnar.
Okay. If this is a squash match, if this lasts less than 10 to 15 minutes, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to go on a rant on next week's podcast. And trust me, it's going to be a 15-minute rant about a waste of fucking time. This whole... for the last 4 weeks, all we've done in Raw is watched repeats and reruns and repeats of freaking this stupid feud. It can't be a squash match. It has potential to be a good match, I think. Do they each have it in them?
I think Brock does. I think for a fact Brock has a match in him. I don't think Goldberg for the last 6 months hasn't had to fight a real match.
Okay, so I predict Goldberg wins, retires on Raw.
I'm going with Lesnar. I can't see them having Lesnar lose 3 times to a supreme part-timer who came back because the money was right. McMahon, for some reason, offered it to him. I just can't see it.
Okay.
Not if you're billing out this guy to be the beast.
You're nuts.
Then the WWE Championship match. Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton.
Orton. Oh yeah, for sure. Orton's got to win this. He has to win it. They've got to give it back to him. No. Give it to Orton.
No.
Orton. He's going to win it, and he's going to do my favorite move, which
is a power slam. It's a simple power slam.
Oh, but it's the coolest. He does the coolest power slam. It's like saying the DDT isn't the coolest move when Jake the Snake's Rubber did it. It is the coolest move in wrestling.
I think you're silly to think if Orton's going to win.
Orton's winning.
Orton doesn't need this win. You know who needs this win? Bray fucking Wyatt.
Bray doesn't need to win it.
Yes, he does. You know how many feuds he's had where he comes out as this big, strong, and really creepy, and then loses because the older person who doesn't need it. I'm looking at you, John Goddamn Cena.
Oh, I just thought of a brilliant fucking booking on this one.
Let me get through this one
Okay,
first.
go for ahead.
Bray Wyatt has been the victim of terrible booking for the last 3 years, 4 years, however long he's been up on the main roster. He gets into these feuds, he wins a couple matches, he gets into their head, and then at the end of the day, good prevails and evil sucks, and hunky-dory, we live in this PG world. We need to move past that PG because the fans themselves are getting tired of it. The fans themselves are now more my age. Instead of the 8-year-olds, they're now 16 to 20. Yeah, bite me. 16 to 20, and they're pushing towards that more edgy style. You're going to need to have that where the bad guy wins occasionally on the big matches.
Okay, so I'm going to change my prediction on this one.
Can't
I'm going to change my prediction on this one. I'm going to say Bray Wyatt wins, but he has help. And who does he have help by?
Eric
Oops.
Rowan?
It just broke. It's broken. It's broken. It's broken.
I don't get it.
You don't get it?
No.
Who's broken?
Ooh, no.
Oh.
No. You can't have...
You can.
You can't.
You can.
He has prior engagements. Do not get my hopes up. The Hardys are coming back.
The
Hardys
Hardys will come back and help Bray Wyatt win. I'm making that prediction right now. It just came into my head. I'm going to say it.
They would be... I see what you're saying with the whole they're on the same sort of plane, but they would, I think, Broke and Matt Hardy would have a better feud with Bray Wyatt because they both are the messiahs. They're both
yes, exactly. But wouldn't it be awesome if he could feud for the title rather than...
Well, I mean, Bray Wyatt's going to win at WrestleMania without any help.
But it would be cooler if he helped them and then...
He has prior engagements.
He's got a bunch of fans watching WrestleMania, probably in the same city that WrestleMania is going to be in.
City, trust me, I checked.
It's going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
If not, they're going to show up on Monday.
No, I think they'll show up on Tuesday if they're showing up.
No, Monday. It's going to be Monday Night Raw.
No.
Damn it. Okay, biggest surprises of WrestleMania.
Biggest surprise of WrestleMania, I think, is going to be Kurt Angle in the Battle.
Oh, that's not a surprise.
That's a surprise. To me, that's a surprise. I don't think it's... If it's done properly, I think it could be huge. If we're talking the Monday after, I think it's going to be Nakamura showing up. After that, I don't know.
HBK is going to come out of retirement and screw Triple H.
Why? Your booking makes no sense. So they're going to be. We're going to have a part-time. We're going to have a part-timer. You just went on a rant about how you're going to have a rant about part-timers, and now you want a part-timer. You want a part-timer to come back to fight another part-timer during like the biggest hype where you can bring up, instead of bringing in Shawn Michaels, you can bring up this young kid called Shinsuke Nakamura who's killing it in NXT.
Oh, but he can come up too.
Than everyone
he
else.
can come up too.
You don't need.
You need Triple H. You need HBK. He's Mr. WrestleMania. Hello. Hello.
Better.
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 HBK is involved in this.
Oh, okay. I like it.
No sanction match. Means no DQ.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Means Degeneration X is coming back.
Okay, I'm not sure if the rest of the people understood what you just did, why the pause, but he X'd his arms across each other to signal Degeneration X.
With Sean Waltman. I don't know if you
So
followed him
we're
on-
not doing video, we're doing audio.
We're doing Degeneration X. We have Sean Waltman. I don't know if you've seen his latest Twitter post, one of his latest Twitter posts. He's
Nope.
ripped and actually looks sober for the first time in ever. So we're going to have X-Pac.
But they did that last year.
They did that like 3 years ago. But and then you're going to have the Shield reunite.
Oh, because the whole, I've dropped all my friendships. Yeah.
Because it's the one night that all three of them are going to be in the same arena.
I like it. I like that.
If HBK is going to do anything, because he already said no to a match, I can see him doing that.
Cool. I like that. I could go with that because I get my HBK.
Get your fix, you old bastard.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else that you want to touch on?
Which match do you think is going to steal the show?
Women's match, the Raw Women's title match.
Damn you. I should have went first.
You
Damn
asked me.
you. Damn you. Damn you. Okay. Then I'm going to go to SmackDown and go with Cena Miz.
Yeah.
And I think that was going to steal the show. Unless they make the tag team match, a ladder match, and then that one steals the show.
I think that one has the potential to steal the show, even without.
No, I don't
ladders.
think. No, it needs ladders to steal the show because the bumps would just be off the wall.
I mean, no matter what, I think the match is going to be pretty great.
Cool.
That was yet another episode of Wrestling Report. If you do like what we do here, do drop a like on that. If you do want to see more, hit that subscribe button, as well as if you want to tell us anything that we missed, drop a comment below. Let us know where you think we went wrong, or after the show, make fun of us for how wrong our predictions actually were. Again, if you do want to check me out elsewhere, I do have another channel called Society of Clueless Gamers. If you like gaming and videos and all that fun stuff, check us out as well. Have a good night, and see you guys after WrestleMania.